Hello, welcome to another episode of A Few Minutes with Marvin. I inspire those who aspire to make positive changes in their lives. And today it's a really quick video on just sharing an experience that happened to me. And it has to deal with a small injury. Now, it's very minor, and I'm not concerned about it, but I'd like to share it because here's where you can really take yourself out of knowing that you can heal yourself. From my perspective, I don't need any medical attention. Not because I'm strong and anything like that. It's because our bodies can heal themselves. All the germs that we have trillions of germs in our body, bacteria. They're there for a reason. They're not there to make you sick or anything like that. They're here to protect us, to heal us naturally. And I know that that's a hard concept for people to believe, because we've been told, oh, as soon as you get a cold, you got to go see a doctor. But if you allow your system, your body, to do what it's capable of doing, then you don't have anything to worry about. And especially if you're taking care of your body, right, by eating the proper things, controlling, balancing your food intakes on your sugars and your salts, and the processed foods versus fruits and vegetables. And even fruits and vegetables can be harmful to you. You got to do everything in moderation. So lately I've been doing even more of that for myself, and I'm still doing my holistic healings, my meditation and my qigong and my Wim Hof breathing, my cold training. All of these things are building my immune system naturally. So when something occurs, I know that I can heal myself. I'm not rushing to get an alcohol swab or a Band-Aid, right? Because for me, those things aren't natural. So I don't put them on my body. I just don't. And there are some holistic stuff, there's oils and things, natural oils and things that you can use to heal yourself. But I'm in a park right now and I don't have access to those things, and I'll show you. It's a very minor injury. I just happened to be walking, it's grounding, and I actually had some sandals on, but I don't know how the stick really jabbed into the back of my toe, and I started bleeding, and I'm like, all right, I'm not rushing to get home. I know that it's a minor injury, but it was a little painful, and I allowed that pain to be there. See, this is where things get dicey for people. Pain is your body telling you, hey, look, we need to heal this. But it doesn't mean go run to the hospital or go pour alcohol on your wound or antibiotic. It means to sit there and process it and allow the pain to be there. It's another experience that you're meant to have. So I knew that it was bleeding a little bit, so I was like, all right, I found a bench, and I just took my sandal off and I elevated my foot, right? Because I want to stop the bleeding. Now I'm not saying to myself, oh my God, it's going to get infected because germs, blah, 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 dirt. No, that thought doesn't cross my mind. And those are the things that psychosomatically rush you to a decision that isn't good for your body, from my perspective. Obviously, you have a big gash and open wound. Of course you have to go seek medical attention and get stitches and things like that. But in this case, I just knew what to do. So I elevated my foot, and yeah, I had a little pain, right? Because my toes are still healing from a frostbite I had a year ago. And I'm very mindful of that. And this time I didn't say, oh, it's just pain, it'll go away. It will go away, but I need to pay attention to it. I just, not push it aside, not suppress it, right? These are the themes that are in my videos now, because these are situations that occur all the time. So I want you to be aware of them. That those are times when you're pushing it away or suppressing it or giving in too easily. to a fix outside of yourself. That's the message of this video. And I want to convey it rather strongly, because when you get out of your own head, you allow your body to do what it's supposed to do, it will. It will. So I sat here, or I laid here, and I put my foot up for a good 20-25 minutes, and I was just relaxed. But my mind, you know, the subconscious was like, wow, tetanus shot, this and that. And I'm like, no. I trust and I have faith that I've done everything right for my body, and my body's healing itself. And there's energies out there that we can call in to heal us. There's our own chi energy, which is a vital life force energy that's behind our navel, behind our belly button. There's Reiki energy that I know how to bring in, so I channel Reiki to it, right? So that I can use that Reiki energy to heal my foot. And I use mantras, you know, but in this case I'm just like, I'm not gonna get an infection. All the germs and bacteria on my body, and my high white blood cell count that I have, and my immune system, it's doing its work. So I just sit here and let it do its work. And it's going to work. It has worked. I have strong conviction and faith that it has already. I don't need to keep thinking about it. I don't need to go rush home to throw, chemical water from the tap on it, which I won't do. That's just my choice. I choose to use high alkaline, low acidic water, pure, spring water if possible, naturally hydrating water. That's what I choose. And yeah, I go out of my way to get it, because again, it's important to me. Those are the choices you have to make. Right? And the foods that I eat, now I use my little pendulum, right, to tell me whether the food's good, bad, or indifferent, right? Neutral, or whether, if it's neutral, I choose whether to put it in my body or not. It's not going to be great for me, but it's not going to be harmful to me. Anything where my wand says no, I make a conscious decision. Either I do it and know that it's not for my highest good, but I'm willing to experience that, right, the cause and effect, or I just don't buy it. For example, bananas. There's not one banana, and I've been to many places, including farms, where my pendulum, my body's saying no. So I stopped eating bananas. I may introduce them back, in the future. And even apples. That slogan, "an apple a day keeps the doctor away," isn't accurate. Bananas and apples have their nutrients. They can be found in other products. Now I'm mindful about that, because their high sugar content isn't good for me. It's just not. And I can eat a quarter of a banana and wrap it up and then eat another quarter tomorrow, but have you seen the sizes of the bananas these days? Or the apples? They're gigantic. And doctors know that all this sugar's not good for you, but who's gonna take a quarter of a banana, a quarter of an apple, of this huge apple, and eat it, right? No, your mind automatically, it's going to go to waste. You don't want to waste it, so you eat it all, and that's not good for you. I have to bring you this news. It's my truth, but I've done my research, and yes, those items have nutritional values for you, but I've replaced them with other things that are lower in sugar. That's it. Strawberries are amazingly low in sugar. You think they're sweet, and no. 1 cup of strawberries, which I have maybe a quarter cup with my cereal or something, or in my oatmeal. 1 cup is 5 grams of sugar. That's nothing. 1 medium banana is 13 grams of sugar, 14 grams of sugar. That's a medium banana. There are no such things as medium bananas anymore, from my perspective and where I've been shopping, or apples for that matter. So the next time I do just decide to have an apple, I'm going to go to an orchard and I'm going to pick a green apple, because they're just a little bit lower in natural sugar. So those are the choices that I'm making. So I know that I'm doing the right thing for my body, and that my body's going to respond in kind by healing itself every time. So I'm happy that this happened for me, right? Because it just gives me inspiration to help inspire you to really start monitoring what you're putting in your body. And I know it's a pain in the ass. I know you don't want to go measuring things. I know you don't want to go spend 2 hours in a grocery store like I do, putting my little pendulum to every little food item. But those are the healthy choices I'm making now that are going to make this body last a long time. I'm very cognizant of that. Just to share a little bit more, before I lost the 50 pounds, right, I lost 20 before COVID and 30 during COVID, and I've maintained, maybe a little fluctuation here and there. I was pre-diabetic, and I knew that going in. So I made these radical changes, not just for the diabetes, but for my own health. But then what happens is you start giving up all the bad stuff, but you want to replace it with something. Of course, bananas are healthy, and apples are healthy, and mangoes are healthy, and cherries, and pineapple, right? You start eating those things under the guise that they're helping you. But if they're not in moderation, they're not helping you. In fact, I was eating so many bananas that I know that even though I had monitored my weight and everything else, I was imbalanced in my sugars. So the possibility was there that I was pre-diabetic again. So I am cutting that out. I'm cutting mangoes out. I'm cutting apples out, and introducing lower sugar options. And that trail mix you get with the cranberries and the raisins, the dried cranberries and raisins. I was eating those. I was addicted to those things because for me it was all I could eat. But nuts are high in fat, and they don't do anything bad to your body except make you gain weight. So now I portion out my raw, and I only eat raw nuts. I don't eat any roasted or salted or anything like that anymore. And now I'm just buying assorted nuts that are raw. So now I have to portion them, and I do. And it's not a pain in the ass for me. It's what I'm choosing to do for my body, and you can too. And we just got to get it out of our heads, right? All those thoughts that say, oh, well, I saw this, and that doctor said this, and my mother said this, and the teacher said this, and the schools, look at their 4 main food groups, I got to eat those things. Well, a lot of those things in the 4 main food groups that are being pushed, they're not healthy for your children. And now they're allowing other things like all the sugary stuff to be sold in cafeterias, all the candy bars and granola bars and the nature whatever bars. Look at the sugar and salt content in those things and make a clear decision. From my perspective, I won't put those things in my body anymore. I'm very mindful of that. And I'm just cautioning you to be more mindful about what you put in your body. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you to change anything. Do I allow myself to have some things? Yes. But another example is, since I have a call it a vegan diet. I don't call it a vegan diet, but I don't put any of that stuff. So the alternative was just to drink hot tea. And I love hot tea, but I got to a point where I'm like, I need something else. So I started doing the chai tea lattes, right? And all different kinds, of course, with the oat milk or the almond milk. But now I'm a barista, and I see the content of the sugar and salt in these products, and in the oat milks, and in the almond milks, even if they're organic. And now I'm saying no to that too. In fact, I'm going even further with that. Not only I'm not going to drink those products again from a grocery store, depending on the labels and things like that. I just ordered what they call a nut bag. I know it's funny, but it's a strainer, and I'm going to make my own oat milk. It's so simple. I buy the organic oats. I have my high alkaline, low acidic water, and that's it. Those are the ingredients. Now, I just learned about monk fruit sweetener. I've heard about it, but I didn't know the nutritional values. There's no sugar in monk fruit sweetener or salt. So if I want to add a little bit of sweetener to it, there you go. But I have organic cinnamon, and I put turmeric in mine, and I put cardamom and ginger. Right now I know what I'm putting in there, and those things are very, very good for you. So now I just replace things, right? So now, once I get my my nut bag and glass bottles that I've ordered, I'm gonna start making my own oat milk. And those are the choices that you need to make for yourself too. And you can. It's not that difficult once you set your mind to it. And the thoughts will be there, right? So you allow those thoughts to come in, and you let them flow through you. You don't argue with yourself. That's your subconscious going, hey, what are you doing? That's your ego saying, hey, we love this, you can't give this up. That's what's going on in your mind, right? Now you have to make a decision. Do I allow those thoughts to keep me eating processed foods and flours and everything loaded with sugar and salt? Or do I be more mindful about what I choose to put in my body and allow those things every now and again, right? Make them every now and again. Moderation is the key, but mindfulness and awareness won't steer you wrong, and neither will your gut and your natural instincts. So keep listening to your intuition, listen to your body. It knows what to put in it. And do the right thing for yourself. And if you are struggling to do that, I'm a spiritual transformation coach, but I've done this for myself, and I can introduce you to the things that I've done, right? That can help you, put you on those not diet, but regimens, right? And teach you how to calculate things. It's not hard calculation. I don't go crazy with it, but you have to see what you're eating and the portion sizes. And it gets easy. It gets so much easier once you put your mind to it and don't allow your ego, your subconscious programmings and thoughts and limiting beliefs about stuff rule you. So be mindful of that. I can help you put a program together for yourself if you like. Here's the link to my website. Schedule free 30-minute decompression sessions to see, how I can help you on your journey to a healthier you, so that you can stop relying on things outside of you, especially those medications and medicines. From my perspective, if they're not natural, I don't put them in my body. And if you listen to those commercials, they tell you all these side effects. So why would I put something in my body that the side effects are worse than the symptom that I have? I can't do that anymore. And I encourage you to be more mindful of that. Not to stop it, but to be more mindful. So be more mindful. Take care of your body. Allow yourself, when you have those cravings, make sure you don't do it all the time. Just stop yourself and say, not this time, maybe next time. It's a powerful statement, and it'll help you. It really will. And if you're on a weight loss journey, it's certainly going to help you. And as a spiritual transformation coach, I can help you keep yourself accountable to those more often. So, aren't you worth it? I know I'm worth it. So I'm going to continue to do these mindfulness things for myself and for my body, and listen to my body. It knows what it needs, and it certainly knows what it doesn't need. So choose what your body needs more often than not. If you like the contents of this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it, leave a comment, and subscribe to this channel. Truly grateful. I love sharing my experiences, and if they help you in any way, shape, or form, I'm grateful. Thank you, for taking the time to listen. I appreciate you. Have a blessed, and amazing, and healthy day.